Warning: the following content may not be suited for younger or sensitive audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back, everyone, once again to Legends of Equuis, this little side project we do to take a break from our normal campaign. Oh, there's Ayana. Thank you very much, whoever did that.
You're welcome, boss.
Okay. So, who would like to do the recap for this session?
No.
Fair enough. Anybody else?
Actually, I can do the end of it. I can't remember anything else.
Well, I can't. Partial credit doesn't exist with DM Inspiration, so you got to do the full thing if you want DM Inspiration.
You go, Eli.
I didn't know if Cameron wanted to go because I went last time.
Oh, actually, if I'm being honest, I don't remember a lot of it. I only remember bits and pieces, and I was being quiet to let people have a chance to say something.
I'll go for it.
Okay, go for it.
If I remember correctly, we started off last session entering a camp of some weird folk, as I'm going to call them. Some two-legged folk, some bipedal humans.
Fucking biped.
And humanoids. And don't be racist. We can't be speciesist here, Cameron.
I said what I said.
But we entered their camp, and we had a little bit of roleplay with them practically all session. We had some little funny moments with eating chips and bacon and stuff like that. And then we had some very serious moments between Silver and Kythos. If I remember correctly. Oh, wait, no, that's the session before.
Yeah.
Last session we started with combat.
No, that was last session.
That was last session?
Mm-hmm.
With the Kythos and Silver moment, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're describing me the end of 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
And you guys got to the camp. They said, hey, chill out. You guys went to sleep. You guys got in combat. Then the next session started.
Yeah.
And then that session's where all that serious stuff went down.
Yeah, that's where all the serious stuff went down after the tents and all that. Yeah. And then we actually just started venturing off into the wonderful Evo-free woods.
Don't forget about the flashbang to Flintlock's eyes.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna mention it.
Okay.
Padme kind of just went I become the sun, and flashbanged Flintlock over there.
And Sue screams in agony.
And we eventually ended up traveling through the woods. Padme smelled sulfur at one point, and something happened with Kythos, roll-wise. I can't remember what happened with Kythos. But we smelled sulfur. We came across a lake that has sulfur deposits in it. I said, let's run away, because this is where orange dragons will be. Nobody ran away, and now we're fighting an orange dragon.
Well, we had... What? The new Fortnite cannot do. Good for you. Anyways. We had to cross the river, though.
I never said you were fighting it. You just heard it.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Someone asked me if I'm going to play the new Fortnite nap. I'm like, good for you. Carry on.
Yeah, I heard. Silver, do you want combat music playing, though?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because you guys have a chance to avoid this.
Okay, I'll put some somber music on.
Worst case scenario, we offer a sacrifice. And
I put some tense music on.
That's what I did.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
It's just tense for you. I don't know.
As the sacrifice,
it's good enough. I just can't really hear it because Cameron's talking.
Yeah,
okay,
you're good. Yeah, you're right.
It's all right, Cameron. So go ahead and take your.
Good.
Go ahead and take your DM Inspiration, Levi, for the recap. If you do not already have one. Okay, so. Are you checking the playlist?
I did check the playlist, yes.
Okay.
I was making sure it was all royalty free as well.
Should be. I hope at least. Because if it's not, I'm going to have to put my own music in this video, and I really don't want to do that. So. With that, we're going to go ahead and get back into session. Padane. Well, everybody heard the roar of the dragon. It sounded like, because you guys were heading southwest, it sounded like it was coming from directly west of you. Like it looks like, because like you're looking right and left on the river, it looks like it was coming towards the left side of the river. Again, but it's eternal night, so you can't see all that well. Well, Kaithos can because he has 300 feet of dark vision.
I also gave up to 10 people dark vision, minus Levi's character because he didn't want that.
Okay.
I can see the sun.
Stuff.
Alright. Okay, so you guys don't really need a roll perception for this. If you guys look to your left, to the far left, you can see what looks to be a cliff face. It looks to be about roughly 400 feet tall. You're about roughly 700 feet away from it, and you can see a large waterfall. Over there on that cliff face. That is kind of like feeding this river. And you assume that the waterfall goes further back into the forest. You need to get across the river, as you know. But there is the possibility of an orange dragon being about, because an orange dragon will normally put their lair in bodies of water. So, again, this river is about 150 feet across, if I remember.
Yeah, that's what you said.
If I remember. So, what would you like to do?
What, me or just the party?
Not specifically Padme, but just the party.
Okay.
Can I roll perception check to see if I see anything around the area?
Sure, roll perception check.
Hello, Nori.
Hold on. I am a sorcerer. That is right.
28.
Okay. With the 28. Sorry, we eat these chocolate-covered almonds. You can see further to your right, further downstream. You can see what kind of looks to be around 100 feet away, from what you can tell. It's kind of hard to tell what exactly it is because it's night and you can't see colors with dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see the shape of it, and it kind of looks like a ruined canoe of some kind, like a canoe that has like broken boards, and you can see a few other things scattered around the ground near the canoe, but you can't really see what they are because you're too far away.
Flintlock's just gonna slightly tap Padne's like, hey, you can see there over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can see it.
Should we
That's the
try?
wrong-
Should we try to get
Do you see a dragon?
No. I do not.
Don't. What is Farron doing? Out of curiosity, Silver.
Farron, he's looking behind himself and he's making sure his party, like he's like walking behind all of you and making sure everyone in his camp or his group knows what's going on. Like he's informing them. And he's basically kind of like talking. You can't hear him from here; he's too far away to hear. But you can hear him kind of like talking to them, like making hand gestures, pointing in random directions, and like a few of them are like saluting or like nodding and running off in random directions, as if like taking orders from Farron.
Can I tell what he may or may not be ordering them to do?
Considering your time away from people, no.
Okay, I didn't think so. Oh, I forgot to put this on.
You forgot to put it on repeat. Oh, there it is. The dragon's here, guys.
Dragons here.
Okay. So, is anybody else going to do anything? Maverick, Kythos, do you want to do anything?
If not, I do have an idea. It's not a smart one though.
Fuck. I honestly can't think of anything except, like... Did we hear where the dragon, like, noise came from? Like...
Yes, it came from the direction of the waterfall.
Okay. And that was to our left, or was that to our right?
That was to your left.
Okay.
Wait, is it safe to swim through this water? No, it's not. It's got sulfur in it.
Probably not. Probably not if we want to get poisoned. What's to our right, if I can ask again?
So there's not much to your right. There's mostly just more forest. But if you look to your right, you will also see what Flux saw. You will see what kind of looks like a ruined canoe or boat of some kind. And there's also a few things scattered around the ground near the canoe, but you can't see what they are because you're too far away.
I kind of want to investigate that.
I didn't hear about the other stuff. I will willingly go over there if you don't want to, Kythos.
I mean, Kythos probably would. He's not afraid of anything. But if your character wants to come, he can.
Okay. I will have Padne venture off with Kythos.
Yeah, because they're going to investigate the canoe and stuff.
Okay, you want to go towards the canoe?
Mhm.
Okay. So as you make your way over there, Farron kind of eyes both of you as you're walking away, like as if like clocking that you're going over there. Well, actually, Kythos, you do see this because you have a higher passive perception, but Padme, you do not see this. So as you're making your way over, the canoe is still partially in the river. Like it's not being pulled away by the current because the current's not incredibly strong. It's strong enough to where if you fell down, it would be kind of difficult to stand back up, that's if you could wade the water at all. That depends on how deep it is. You have no idea. But it's not being carried away by the river. There's still water flowing over it. And as you get close to it, roll an investigation check.
Ooh, what is my investigation?
Padme, you may also roll an investigation check.
I will give you advantage if you have a higher one.
I only have a +3, bro.
You both have to have proficiency to get advantage, remember?
Oh. Well, I can't help you anyway.
You can roll 20.
You can roll your own dice.
Oh, I know.
You're a little too distracted by the river and the sound.
The river and the sound, not the impending doom that is an orange dragon. Yes.
So, well, that's the sound I meant, was the orange dragon.
Oh.
So as you get to this canoe, Kythos, you realize that the things scattered around the canoe are actually bones.
Oh.
And it looks to be some sort of disassembled skeleton scattered across the ground.
Nice.
You're not sure what creature it is. It looks to be human, but you're not. All you know is that it's most likely bipedal.
I wanted to ask, with the boat in the water, how damaged does the canoe actually look?
So the canoe looks like it was possibly turned over and kind of like torn from the top. Like there's a bunch of chunks missing from the top of the canoe, weirdly enough, not the bottom. The bottom of the canoe seems weirdly intact. Like this thing could float again if you got it out of the water and pushed it back onto the water. It could float. But it looks like most of the damage came from the top of the boat. Like it came like a bunch of the Like a bunch of the railings on the canoe have been torn off.
Mm-hmm.
And the paddles are nowhere to be seen.
Who needs
Okay.
those when you have magic?
I'm trying to think of other stuff. Fucking computer, stop breaking, please. Okay. Shit. I don't know. Can we see the edge? Oh, well, not edge, but can we see across this river, or like see
Yeah,
if there's any?
Yeah, you can see to the other side.
Okay. Are there any parts in this river that seem to be a lot closer than, kind of like as if you're going to cross the river, if there's like an area where it comes together a little bit closer, so you don't have to venture as far?
A survival check.
Okay. It's a 23.
23. Okay. So, from your knowledge, from what you can see, in the immediate vicinity anyway, there's hardly a gap that matters. Like there's hardly a shortage of distance that would make any difference. Like there's like a few feet here or like a few feet there, but there's not really more than a few feet. But what you do see is that the river is shallower in separate parts. Like it's a lot more shallow in different parts of the river.
Is there an area that I could possibly see through the river where it looks like it's shallow from one end to the other?
The river's moving a little bit too fast for you to see through it. But because of the way the water's moving, you're assuming it's shallower in this particular area. From what you're noticing, it gets shallower the closer you get to the waterfall.
That's what I thought. I would like to say that Kythos would probably like very quietly mention this stuff to Padme as he's like figuring stuff out.
Oh, what is he mentioning to Padme? Sorry.
He's mostly pointing out the shallow parts in the river and how it starts to get more shallow towards the waterfall.
Lovely. You know, that's always lovely.
Yeah. We don't even know if this water is low-key, like, not
Safe.
good for us.
Wait, Silver, because I know it has sulfur deposits in it, and because I'm kind of a naturey dude, would I know?
If it's safe?
Yeah.
Roll either a nature check or a survival check. Either one, your choice.
Would I get advantage on either one of those?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. See, nature or survival, you said? I'm gonna go survival. The sudden change in the in the music there. Oh, that's also a 23.
Okay. So, what kind of check was that?
Survival.
Survival?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get close to the river, and you kind of dip one of your hooves in there very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
And you pull back, and you feel like a tingling sensation.
Like a good tingling or a bad tingling?
like, from what you can tell, if you were in this water for more than 5 minutes, you'd probably dissolve down to a skeleton.
Ah, so it is sulfuric acid.
Well, I wouldn't say 5 minutes. It'd be more like 20 minutes. Like, you would have to be in here for a good amount of time for it to completely dissolve you. But that doesn't take into account what kind of creatures could be living in this river. If there are any at all. Because if you remember, you saw that the boat had been torn from the top.
So Padney's just gonna look at Kythos and say, "Yeah, we are definitely not going to. We're not going to want to use the river for non-boat needs, if that makes sense."
Kathis is going to look at him and go, so you're saying our best option would to be, of course, not walking through it, but finding something to use to cross it.
Yes, definitely. Do you have anything that might, besides like magic? But I'm not. I just know for a fact there are definitely creatures here we do not want to mess with.
He's going to sigh and shake his head and be like, the best I can do is probably mend this boat back together, but I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, I don't have any clue what I could do besides teleporting us all across, but I would need your help for that. And do you happen to have teleportation magic?
No.
Then it would be necessarily hard for you to do it. Yeah, I don't have any good ideas, I'm going to be honest.
Let's return to the party and tell them what we know.
And I guess we'll return to
They're gonna skedoodle back. They're gonna skedoodle back.
Skedaddle.
Skedoodle.
Skedoodle.
But I mean, they would. They would end up telling the group of what they barely found.
Okay.
I see.
So you can't, like, Silver seems to be like, you can see her pout a little. She's like, she's like, damn it, like you don't hear her say that, but that's kind of the face she has.
Have her say fluff it.
Farron, you can't see his face, but you can obviously feel his disdain for the situation. You can hear him say, fucking goddamn it. We can't go around.
I got a question. Now, I don't know much about dragons around these parts, but what if we try to negotiate with them? I don't know if that would work, though.
Not a good idea at all.
Maverick just looks at Flintlock.
It's an idea. I'm not saying we should do it. It's just...
Where in God's green earth did you hear dragons and negotiate and think that was honorable in the same fucking sentence?
Hold on. It wouldn't have been a bad idea if they hadn't been chromatic dragons.
Flintlock has his ears pulled playing clowns. That's when he's like, well, I didn't want to sim them from our world, so I just thought that might be a bit different.
Different? It was
Dragons
different.
are not fucking different anywhere we go.
Well, I would argue some are. That's
Some. Most are not.
you have not had the pleasure of meeting him yet, so
Then what the hell are we gonna do? Like you hear Silver speak up, it's like, how we get what? And like Silver's like, wait a sec, Kythos, did we forget that we can fly?
I mentioned this last time, and we kind of came to a conclusion that it wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, I mean, we can get across, but probably not the rest of you. But
That's
I mean, I can
why it was
also
considered.
cross.
well, is there? And you hear Farron speak up, and he says, I mean,
Long shot.
what you got?
My sword is sentient. And presumably I found it in the woods. Does it have anything to say? That might be helpful. It's
Maybe
chaotic,
it can
it's lawful
scream.
evil. So I don't think I'm gonna get anything from it.
Do you see that boat over there? Go smash it.
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
Okay. Yep. That's what I figured I'd hear.
You should go through that waterfall. There's a prize behind it. Do drugs.
Oh, fuck.
Put down the trees. I can take it. We'll build a new boat.
You know what? That's actually something I was thinking about.
So you guys hear Farron speak up, and he says, And like you know, he turns, he looks towards the waterfall. He's like, we could try crossing at the waterfall. The water would be the deepest there, and
You mean the shallowest?
well, no, that's how water works. The more force
Here you go.
water has, the more erosion will happen.
Wait, Kythos, didn't you say that it was more shallow towards the waterfall?
Yes, and the waterfall could, with its noise, could possibly help
Yes, but like,
eradicate our sound.
What are we gonna
But-
do if there's a cave behind the waterfall? And that's where the dragon is.
It comes out of nowhere.
I also would like to mention that the problem with crossing this water is depending on how long we stay in, we can just turn into a pile of bones.
How long do you reckon that would take?
How long would I reckon? Like 15, 20 minutes silver out of character?
Depends on the person, but roughly 15-20 minutes.
Silver's more of like 5 minutes.
About
Okay.
15 minutes, 15, 20. It really depends.
I would say maximum of 15, and maybe first pony's 10.
Oh.
Silver.
Silver DM or silver character?
Silver DM.
Okay.
What are the trees looking like around?
Looking.
The trees around you they're very similar to the trees you've already come across in the Everfree Forest.
Mm-hmm.
They're weirdly wide and gnarled. Like there's a lot of knots in these trees.
I know wood. Is this
you-
good timber?
Roll a nature check.
With advantage?
I know wood. Max, I'm quoting you just at that. You know wood.
I know many
mean-
types of wood.
I guess he's the wood whisperer.
Not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Remember, Eli, you're being recorded.
Oh, shit.
It's a little. That's a 10. It's a little hard to tell because you mainly get your wood from the whitetail woods.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you wouldn't really know until you cut the tree down and look on the inside.
Is there like a thin part, like a thin branch I can look at?
There is, but it's about 15 feet up.
Silver. Player. Character.
It's like, you hear, yeah, what? Yeah, what?
You reckon? And like he kind of like searches through his saddlebag and pulls out a hand axe and he says, "You reckon you can take this up there and chop down that branch?"
She like trots over to you and then she looks up and she looks up at the tree and she's like, oh, yeah, I think so. Doesn't look too tough.
Cool.
I'll give it a shot.
And he's going to hand her the hand axe.
And she's gonna take it in her mouth, and then she's gonna like fly up there, and she's gonna have to make some rolls to see if she can cut down this branch.
While she does that, Flintlock's gonna look at Maverick's like, "What's your plan?"
It's not much of a plan. It's a Hail Mary because I'm not entirely sure what the fuck we're gonna do.
Ain't that the truth? You need help up there, Silver?
Just a second.
Tree. The temptation.
What's your guess of our chances of living now?
Okay, let me go ahead and roll quick.
Zero.
That is a natural 2. So Maverick, you see her fly up, and she's like, like you hear her like dig the hand axe into the tree, and she's like, and like you see her like putting all of her hooves like on the branch and trying to pull this hand axe out, but it appears she got it stuck in the tree.
Do you need help up there?
Can Kaithos fly up there and help her?
You hear her say, "No, I can do it on my own. Fuck off!" Like because she has it in her mouth. She's like,
"Wow, I would, but my beloved is at home."
She's trying her best. She's gonna try and roll to dislodge it. That is a.
We're gonna ignore the comment I made.
17. So finally, with a loud shink, like it comes loose, and she flies back almost 10 feet from how hard she was pulling. She's like, and then she's gonna fly back towards the tree and try to hit it again, trying to cut down this branch. If any of you want to do something in the meantime, you certainly can.
So,
Maverick's just gonna keep watching her and occasionally give her tips.
So, Athos.
That's a
What?
17 again.
Now, I know we already talked about this, like, the idea, but what do you think the chances are if we just, like, you and Silver fly us over? Though it might take a while, but...
Kaithos is going to stare at him and go, I don't think I could carry anybody in this group.
That is another natural 2, but it doesn't get stuck this time because she's gotten a good way through the branch.
Just an idea.
She only needs one more success.
Oh wait,
It would be very low chances.
Okay, so Maverick, with one final like swing of the axe, you hear the branch kind of Like you hear like snap, and it falls towards the ground and like lands beside you.
Okay, and once it hits the ground, Maverick's gonna go up to it and inspect the log.
Okay, this one's about the width of like a sword handle.
Mm-hmm.
Roll another nature check with advantage.
Excuse me.
I forgot I can summon dragons.
You can what?
What the fuck? This is 12.
By the way, that's Flintlock, because I assume Padme said that.
So, from what you can see, like it's the smell that really gets you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this tree smells like rotting flesh on the inside.
Okay.
But from what you can tell, it has very similar textures to hickory.
Okay, I'm going to take this branch, I'm gonna drag it over, and I'm gonna set it in the river. Like, I'm gonna set the end part in the river, and I'm gonna wait a couple minutes.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
I'm gonna pull it out after a bit and see if it's been damaged at all.
You see that the leaves were taken off, but that was it.
Oh, fuck
the wood,
yeah.
The wood itself seems to be fine.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Cool, let's go, bro. Are there any trees near the edge of the bank of the river?
The one you were at is probably the closest one.
Is it possible for me to, if I were either to, cut it or kick it in, could it make a makeshift bridge?
It's not
don't
long
think I'm
enough
gonna
to
be able
do
to take
that because it's 150 feet across,
Oh, shit.
and these trees are roughly about 70 feet tall. If you could somehow put two of them together end by end, that could work.
You just need the fusibility from Tears of the Kingdom.
Exactly.
Wait. Oh.
We also have to worry about making a lot of noise, I'd assume.
Yeah.
But I think we're mostly covered by the waterfall because even if we're not right next to it, it's still loud as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what are you going to try and do?
I'm gonna toss the branch in. I want to see if it floats.
Okay. So you don't need to roll for this. As you see the branch hit the water, and you notice something.
What's that?
Actually, go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
No, you don't need to roll anything. Actually, no, roll intelligence.
Well, you can see that the wood is obviously floating.
Can I get advantage?
Does your family have a history of potion making?
No.
Then no. Oh. It's floating all right.
Can I
Natural one. It's floating all right.
get a hand?
Could
I'll
any of us
give you a
else
hand.
investigate?
It would just be a straight intelligence check. Flintlock, you would have advantage because
Evergreen.
Because Evergreen is a potion maker. She's a
Let's
apothecary. She's taught you about this phenomenon before.
Just
being a
regular intelligence, or could it be a nature check?
Oh my god,
this-
Kaitos.
This it's another natural one. Oh my god, Kaitos, Kaitos, you saw it, Maverick. It's floating all right. It's floating.
Anyways, can it be a nature or just regular intelligence?
Just regular intelligence.
Okay.
Could I use nature?
No, this would not be this is a sort of natural phenomenon, but it's not common. So no, it wouldn't really be nature.
You know, I did better than the other two.
Yeah, that you did.
So we have a natural 1, a natural 1, a 17, and a 5. So
Oh wait,
okay.
Loading, all right.
So Flintlock, You're glancing down at this wood, and you notice that it's not actually getting wet. This wood appears to be hydrophobic.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I love hydrophobic stuff.
Maverick.
Yeah.
That branch ain't wet. It's hydrophobic.
Well.
Wait, aren't those the people that hate?
Well,
Aren't those the people that hate? Oh wait, I'm thinking about homophobic.
What can I do
Aaron's
with this?
like me.
Baron? Whoa, I thought.
What can I do with
This
this
is
information?
suddenly tense.
Arash would like to know where your location is.
Excuse me?
And I'm gonna roll one more thing.
Hmm.
Okay, that I rolled so fucking bad. Fucking Maverick, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is probably fucking 10. It is 10.
Then you surprisingly don't see this.
Mine's
Would
26.
it-
Do anything?
Would a 20 do anything?
So, yeah, like everyone else see this, but except for Maverick.
That's
Maverick's
floating,
blind as
alright.
Like you can see Silver. She's putting the axe back where Maverick got it out of.
Maverick just isn't fucking paying attention.
That's floating, alright.
He's honestly probably used to people just like grabbing shit out of his saddlebags because he has siblings, so it's fine.
By the way, she returned to the axe.
And like he just seems to like process that he like that the touch that he had tuned out actually happened. He's just like, oh, well, thank you.
Like, you're welcome.
Okay, now the thought process begins of how the fuck are we going to get across this river? It's not getting wet. It floats. Hey.
Yeah.
Did you say hey?
Spellcasters.
What's up?
Maverick's gonna look to the spellcasters and go, do any of you have mending?
Hythus would nod.
Padme would beam brightly, ironically, not actually.
Hold on, I gotta look at mending real quick because I need to make sure I can actually do this.
Probably not. But unless if you modify it.
Then again, mending is a cantrip, so.
Mending is a cantrip, so.
Yeah.
We can. I also have creation.
Mending puts things back together, not things together. But you could modify it for that.
I have glue.
You have glue.
Glue's not gonna work for this.
I know.
And plus glue is kind of fucked up.
You said you have creation, right?
Yeah, I do have creation.
Would you be able to create a way to hold logs together?
If you ask me in character.
Maverick will look at Payden and Padme and ask, do you have a way to, temporarily or permanently fuse two logs together?
I've got two ways. I've got glue, and I've got creation.
I feel like the glue won't hold up.
I got rope, but I don't know how long that's gonna last.
I wasn't talking to you.
I was
Work
just
on
talking.
fixing something. Okay?
And
I'll get back to you.
you guys hear Farron approach, and he says, "I hear you need some way to stick two things together."
Yes. I was thinking about making a bridge. It's easier and less acid burns,
I see.
as long as you don't fall off.
I might have something that can help. And he says,
Do your people have an axe?
"Well, yes.
Because I'm gonna
cutting.
need more. I'm gonna need a lot more help than just me and the sword.
Fair enough. I will. Which trees do you want to cut down? I will have them start on it right now.
And then he points to the one that he's actually inspected and he says, "That one is good."
Very well. And he says, "You heard him. Fucking get to it." And a few of them were like they salute and they pull out their own hand axes and they like a good four or five or six of them run over and they start trying to chop down this tree. They seem to be having sort of the same troubles that Silver did, and from this you're still near the tree, so from this distance you can see that like whenever they pull their axe back, there's actually like a sticky substance that's almost like trying to keep it from being pulled out.
It's bleeding.
Um,
This is gonna go bad. Okay, it's fine.
I don't think we should cut the tree down.
Oh, well, too late.
Fine.
So, they're going at that. They don't really need to roll. They'll eventually, because since there's so many of them, they'll eventually get it done. They're just going to take them a few minutes. And you
Could
see,
we investigate the sap?
yeah, if you want to, go for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to do that for my peace of mind, because I don't like the idea of that sap.
Okay. Roll a nature check.
Oh, nature? Okay. That
Well,
was not
like-
the right thing.
To
That wasn't the right thing. I accidentally did insight.
It's
That
another
was an
net.
insight. So that was actually an insight on accident.
No, I know, but that's so funny.
Insighting.
That is
We're
so
ignoring
funny.
that. We're ignoring that.
So a 21. Kaithos, you are all too familiar with this consistency. It's sticky, but it's also very runny.
Like maple syrup.
And you smell a very distinct smell of copper.
Is it blood?
It looks like a very dark and viscous blood, but yes, it is blood.
Wouldn't that be iron? Wait,
It really depends because it has like coppery iron to blood, Levi.
Plus, copper has more of a smell than iron does.
Mm-hmm. Copper leaves a stronger smell compared to iron. Do I have any memory of like what happens if trees are cut down or like?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
Fuck. $17.
I'm gonna DM you something.
Oh no. See guys, this is why we investigate bleeding trees.
reminds me of Max's trees a little bit. Remember when they just kind of like bled?
Trees want cheese.
Anyways, you guys can keep talking while Kaithus is investigating this.
This goes
Actually,
wrong.
Flintlock's gonna pull out a notebook and write down some things.
If this goes wrong, I could always try talking to the dragon. Can't promise we would live though.
Honestly, if we can get out of the situation alive, I'm willing to try most things.
What is that?
So roll well, you can if you want to. You can roll another nature check. If you want to.
Hey, I might be.
Oh,
Oh, never
that's
mind.
funny.
point.
Knows
Okay.
instantly. Forgot my door was open. Uh-oh.
Oh. Am I getting DM'd again? Oh no.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Oh no, bro.
I also have to ask, what's the possibility of that?
You don't know, you just know that it's possible.
Damn.
If you'd rolled higher, you would have known the possibility, but you rolled just enough to know that it's a thing.
Hythos, you should totally tell the party what you're learning.
I'm going to. I just have to learn it first. My memory's a little bit fucky.
Imagine having a memory.
I really don't.
You can't imagine it, or you don't have one.
Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh no.
So the crew has gotten about halfway through the tree at this point. And they're still going strong. And Maverick, you see Farron approach you from he's approaching you. Well, he's getting closer. He says, he reaches into his bag and says, "Well, I thought this might help." And you see this about 5 foot long. No, it's more like 3 foot long stick. He says, "This is what you would call an immovable rod."
I see. May I roll something on that?
Can I see the guy that is actually gonna stop the axe workers, man?
Yeah, if you want to try and stop him, go for it.
Fuck.
And Max, you can roll an Arcana check.
Sure.
Like, what are you trying? What are you trying to get from this?
Just basically if I know anything about it.
Roll an Arcana check with advantage. It's pretty common knowledge what an immovable rod is, but then again, your community is kind of isolated, so it's possible you wouldn't know.
I'm also going to shut up and let someone speak.
But
No, sorry, I'm freaking the fuck out right now, out of character. You guys are fine. I'm just waiting for you guys to be done.
Yes.
So yeah, you know exactly what an immovable rod is. Yeah, you know exactly what an immovable rod is.
Can you explain it? Because I, as a player, don't know what it is.
So an immovable rod, basically, it is a stick that whenever you tap it, it'll instantly freeze wherever it is, in the air, on the ground. It'll completely stop all movement.
Okay.
Like it'll basically completely annihilate gravity in its area and just stay completely still.
Or if you pull a Vox Machina and put it in a dragon and turn it on, you can probably guess what happens from there.
Okay, good to know. I am going to just nod and look over to the log workers.
Mm-hmm. And Kaitos, if you want to, you can go ahead and do what you want to do.
I really don't want to do this because I hate bothering people, but Kythos is going to try and stop them and be like, don't keep cutting. If that cuts and that falls, a night twist can grow. And he seems a bit more kind of trying to get them to stop, a little bit panicked.
So once they hear the word night twist, well, the 2 words, once they hear night twist, they immediately stop. They're like, okay. Like a lot of them kind of back away from the tree very slowly. Everyone in the party, you can go ahead and roll a nature check to see if you know what a night twist is.
Would I
Do I
have
advantage because the way she drew?
No, because night twists are not native to this plane.
Okay. Oh. Eli, what did you learn?
You guys can see why I'm freaking out.
I don't, because that's...
I'll explain here in a minute.
Good nature, right, Silver?
Yes, nature check.
Oh wait, it's the same roll, I think.
Could I
Nature and
also
survival.
use mending to try and fix the tree so it doesn't like fall over? I don't know if that'd work,
It's
but
not. It's
I'm gonna
not
lucky
cut.
that.
It's not cut enough to where it would fall over, but it is bleeding very heavily.
I just want to mend it in case, if I can.
As you reach over to cast mending, it doesn't do anything.
Damn. I'm backing away from the tree.
Okay.
I hate to ask, but what's a night twist?
Maverick, do you want to roll real quick? Do you want to roll Maverick? You don't have to.
I did. I got a 9.
You roll a 9.
I keep forgetting you guys didn't change your usernames. Well, except for Cameron, but
I changed mine. But also, Kythos is going to look to Padme and the rest of the group, and he goes, "A Night Twist is... Would I know where it's from?"
It is from the Shadowfell.
Oh.
The Shadowfell.
He's going to speak up and go, it's a tree from the Shadowfell, and if one of these trees, and like he motions to the tree they were cutting, if they fall, it's very possible that a Night Twist can grow in its place, and they're made of just pure evil, and they can infect the minds and dreams of creatures, and it's a very powerful adversary. AKA out of character. Can I tell them?
Yeah, you can tell them.
The tree we fought in the 9 Hells.
Oh.
That was a night twist, really?
That was a Night Twist.
Yes.
They're actually from 3.5, but I brought them over.
What? Okay. Anyways. Flatlock's gonna be like, well, fuck.
I mean, again, Kythos, you don't know the probability of how possible it is for one to grow there, but it's probably not worth taking the chance.
Exactly. That's why he said it's very probable, so people would stop cutting it. But he'd move away from the tree as well and go, "That's why when it comes to the Everfree, we investigate stuff before we cut it."
Wait, why did that not happen to Ashera? Wait.
She scares the Night Twists.
Kaiser's
Night
gonna
Twist,
say
like,
and just go, "We're back at square one because I would rather us not risk summoning or creating a Night Twist here."
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look again at Padme. And Maverick's gonna say, "You can move Earth, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How much Earth can you move?"
A lot.
Enough to make a bridge?
Yes, but I may be a little tired.
I'll carry you.
Okay. Always wanted to be carried by someone, so I'm completely up for this.
Okay, so what are you casting?
Alright, I gotta find the spell again. Hold on. I have to double check and make sure I actually got this. Sorcerer.
Owie
Zodal.
Curse you, daddy, do.
I should have this. I might be thinking about a different character, but it's like Wall of Stone Silver.
Wall of Stone?
No, it's literally called Move Earth. I do have it.
Okay. Do you remember the specificities of the spell?
I'm looking at them now. I would need to do some fuckery.
You would need to modify the spell?
I would need to modify the spell. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check with disadvantage.
If I ask for somebody's help, could I get advantage?
You can negate the advantage. You can negate the disadvantage.
Kythos. Padden is good. Ooh, go ahead.
But
Go
if
ahead.
you do this, if you do ask for help, you will share the consequences.
So,
It's fine.
I'm still gonna look at Kythos. Kythos. This I might actually need help with. This modifying of this spell will take a lot of energy out of me, and I am not certain I could do it on my own. Do you think you could help me?
And he's gonna look at him and he's going to nod his head and he's kind of like gonna step up and he's going to go, I can try my best.
Silver's gonna not really get in between. She's like, whoa, what kind of energy we talking here?
So you know the energy that could be used to create a phylactery? We're talking about 2 steps below that.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm gonna see if Silver can roll and see if she can figure out what the fuck you're talking about.
Can I also roll to see what the fuck they're talking about?
Let's see, 21. So yeah, you can roll if you want to. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
She'd be like, wait a second. Are you going to exhaust yourselves to try and make this spell work?
It's very possible, but
19.
it's better than the other options.
Exactly.
You would get what Silver got, Cameron.
Right about what she said it.
And she's like, I mean, I guess as long as you don't hurt yourself, that'll be fine.
Also,
Other character, no promises. Kythos
Nope.
is just gonna be silent and not look at her.
I know
Okay.
you're talking to Kythos, but there are no promises. I'm going to try and make it so that all the side effects go towards me, but I cannot promise that you won't share
I'd
some.
rather we share it so not one of us is down more than the other.
Okay.
All right.
So, roll an Arcana check with just a straight Arcana check.
All right. Plus 13, baby.
Also, can
I'm
I roll
gonna lucky it.
check to see if there's any dragons in the area too?
I luckied. I did lucky, but whew.
You do have a DM inspiration.
I'm gonna use the DM just for the funny. Why not? Wait, Flintlock, are you rolling?
No,
Oh, wait.
I was asking if I could roll perception and then I was preempted.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Are you kidding me?
That is fucking hilarious.
Here, Silver, that's not enough, right?
It's enough, but you won't. It's enough to do it this one time. Afterwards, you won't be able to do it like this again until you spend time trying to make it do it again.
Yeah. So, Kythos... I can't remember. Does Kythos have a horn?
He has
He has antlers. He has antlers.
He has antlers.
Kythos, I guess since you're kind of like sharing the magical experience, how susceptible are you to fire?
How susceptible am I to fire, Silver?
But as susceptible as everyone else.
Okay.
Is your hair
just
flammable?
This is just more of like a flavor thing. Momentarily, you feel the heat of the sun as if it were right next to you.
Oh God. Kythos ain't gonna say shit.
You take 100 d12 damage. I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna make him take any damage if Silver does. It's just kind of like, whew, hot, you know. Like,
It's more of a flavor thing than anything. So, well, I'm not gonna make you take any damage, but I am gonna roll a dice.
Also,
Okay.
I did roll 24 on perception, but take your time.
but flavor-wise as well, just like right in front of the party, and I guess Farron as well. A bridge that is 150 feet across, 30 feet wide, sort of just erects from within the sulfuric
Right.
acid.
Okay. So you noticed that you weren't able to completely get it out of the water.
That's fine.
Like there's still a very thin layer of water kind of running across the top of the stone, but it's not. It's you can still it's easily walk across it. Like it would be kind of like stepping in a puddle.
Yeah.
So you can easily get across. But and Farron's like, whoa. Well, I guess that works. Like, okay, so, and I'm gonna roll something. You both take 5 points of exhaustion.
Whoa, 5?
Oh, I need to look at the thing and remember what that does.
Mhm.
This is
So,
for the new rules.
This is the new rules, yes.
Oh, new rules.
You just have a -5 to all D20 rolls, including death saving throws.
Yummy.
Just for the heck of it, I'm just gonna say, like, after doing this, Padne's actually gonna, like, fall onto, like, where his new bones are. Just like, oh, like he's fried.
Kythos, he looks like absolute shit, but he is going to force himself to stay standing and, like, look like he's fine. So, like, could I roll a... Ironically, could I roll a deception check to try and, like, act like I'm fine?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Okay.
Also, Silver, about my perception.
Yes. You don't see any dragons. As far as you know, you don't see any dragons.
I don't believe you, but Flintlock believes you, but I'm horrified right now.
Yeah, so Kythos, you feel a presence suddenly kind of underneath like one of your arms, as like Silver kind of like pushes herself underneath like one of your arms and is kind of like helping support you. And she's like, "Hey, you look pretty bad. Let me help you walk for a little bit."
I can also help if needed to.
I can walk.
You look like you're gonna fall over if a slight breeze comes over.
So
Uh-oh.
Maverick is going to walk up to both spellcasters and hurl both of them over his shoulders.
Roll an athletics check for me.
How big are you, by the way, Maverick?
He's like
He's about
5,
tall.
Between 5 feet and 6 feet.
Dang,
we
we're
are
about the same
small,
height. Okay.
Whereas we are small, he is medium.
Yeah, no, I'm
didn't
5
want to
feet
be
on
launched over
God.
someone's back.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah,
Oh my
you are
God.
like, it is like picking up a fucking feather. Like, especially, like, weirdly enough, especially Kythos. Like, even though Kythos is wearing like this heavy armor, he's like, it's almost like you just like kind of like, it's kind of
like holding a couple grapes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like,
and he's just kind of
reference.
And he's just kind of like just draped across your back, and Padne also is, and Silver's like, oh, well, that works.
Yeah,
Padne's sipping on some appy juice.
Kythos is trying to not look mortified. He's like, what the fuck?
And so Silver is gonna kind of walk beside Maverick, like on the side that Kythos' face is on, and he's like, Silver's gonna reach into her saddlebags and like pull out what appears to be a caramel apple, and she's like, "Hey, so I brought one of these with me. Do you want it?"
What do you want?
I wasn't talking to you.
Talking to you.
Like he's very clearly just gonna go, no, thank you.
Never mind. Save that for later.
She puts it back and she's like, "Okay."
Padne was staring at it intently.
It's like before she puts it back, she's like, "Do you want it, Padne?"
So I know he's exhausted, but he's gonna like use his tail, which is kind of longer, to like sort of try and like beckon for it. And he's just like,
for it.
And like she's gonna like, I'm assuming like Caiaphas is towards the back and like Padne's towards the front, so she's gonna like walk a little faster to catch up with Padne, and just kind of like hold it up to his face how you would feed an actual horse.
He's gonna light the caramel on fire and then take a big old bite.
you just like one chomp. It's just like the whole thing is gone. She's like, nice. Okay, so everyone's gonna attempt to cross the river at this point.
Yep. Can I make another perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, question: would a passive of 26 get it?
No, because this would be an active perception check.
Okay. 28.
So you don't see anything. All you can see is, weirdly enough, all you can see is what appears to be a unnatural movement further down the river.
I'm sorry, my brother came in and he was like laughing so hard that he was coughing and hoarse. So it's. That's what I was asking. What do you want?
To alarm us, but just in case, there's something moving down the river.
Could I look to where that is and like see if I can see anything?
Roll a nature check.
So roll a nature check.
Yeah, roll a nature check.
Just flat or?
Just flat.
I'm just gonna keep rolling 5s today, boys.
That's a 10. Let's go.
Can I also roll a nature?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this would be Flintlock and Maverick, along with the rest of the party that's walking across the bridge.
16.
So you guys are about halfway across the bridge at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And your feet are still touching the water. So
yes.
You're going to take a little bit of acid damage. Not nearly as much as you would have taken if you swam through the river, but you're going to take a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
So 21 acid damage for everyone that's touching the water. So Kythos, Padne, and Silver are not touching the water, so they will not take anything. Because Silver's flying. But you got that nature check? Alright.
I would have given him advantage if he wants to take it.
Oh shit, I need to put my fucking armor back on.
Well, I assumed you did before you left camp.
Yeah, I did. I just forgot to put it back on my sheet, so...
Oh. Okay.
Meanwhile, Flintlock's like, ow.
I'm also sorry if I get interrupted. My brother is being a menace right now. Because he has my dad, who I think is mildly intoxicated, talking to him in his ear.
Oh,
they're playing Fortnite together.
Okay.
Oh my god, Fortnite. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that, considering I used to play Fortnite.
Uh-oh.
Oh, by the way,
Maverick is just going to fucking look at everyone and say, "We need to go, right now. Let's go."
What? Okay.
It's a fucking crocodile.
What the? Do it.
Silver.
Go, now.
That sounds
okay, so
running.
Is everyone going to speed across the bridge?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone that's in the hunting party, they hear you say crocodile and they're like, oh.
Oh, that's
and they start booking it across the bridge as well. And you're going to take the back half of the damage from the acid because you finally got across the bridge. Another 20 acid damage for those who are actually touching the actual water. And Maverick, you see them. You see about 3 of them, trying to swim their way up the river towards you. And you can assume they're probably the reason why that boat was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And they're made of stone, so it seems like this water doesn't really affect them. So they're quickly swimming towards you, and thankfully you manage to get across the bridge before they get to you. But they just kind of crawl out of the water on the other side of the bridge, They don't. They're not looking to attack you. They're just like heavily hissing and kind of like
They're territorial.
Not really kind of like sort of clawing the ground and kind of just like snapping their jaws in your general vicinity. But they're not charging towards you.
How like Maverick's just going to have like the party, like he's going to keep eye contact with him and while keeping the party moving. But how similar are crocodiles to crocodiles?
What is a crocodile?
So they're very similar, except crocodiles are size huge.
So
and like they are fucking massive. So
they're lazy hunters, right?
Sort of. They usually won't go for something unless it's easy or they're really, really hungry.
Okay. Maverick is going to have the flat edge of his sword prepared, because that's the fastest way to deal with a crocodile or alligator, is just hit him with something flat, because they've got all a bunch of fucking nerve endings on their face. So he's just gonna prepare that in case he needs to slap a bitch. He doesn't.
They're not moving towards you.
Yeah.
But like as you're moving away, they're kind of starting to like back away into the water again.
Yeah, they're just a little territorial. Nothing too big.
Nerd.
And congratulations, you guys managed to avoid another combat scenario. Awesome.
Good, because I'm at 69 health and I don't want to deal with that, and I also have a fucking gun.
Imagine being at 69 health.
Okay.
Fighter.
And not in the triple digits.
Okay, so
Imagine having no exhaustion.
with that, you guys with that you guys are across the river, and Farron's just like, damn. Didn't think there'd be crocodiles living in the river.
There's always crocodiles. We're lucky they're lazy
Well.
hunters.
So, I guess we keep moving.
Yep.
Those two look pretty fucked up. Are they okay?
They'll be fine.
Just a bit tired.
Fair enough.
I want
All
more.
right.
I'd like to say that they're literally like thrown across his back, so like like
so
you have Maverick's back. They're thrown across. They're laying across him, like rugs, like rolled up rugs.
I just said that Padney said I want more appy juice.
yeah, I was getting to that. Matlock just like slowly pulls out like a little box with the straw in it. It's like, here you go.
I really need to get. What are those things called that alcoholics use? Flasks?
Flasks.
Flasks, yes. I need to get a flask of appy juice.
You wanna-
Sauteed appy juice.
You want to use one of mine? I got one for water, one for apple juice.
I knew someone once who had an infinite flask of basically whatever he wanted.
At
I'm
this
getting one
point, Mav, with your stupid high passive perception, you hear Farron go, "Fucking ponies," and like then he keeps.
Farron would see like Bentlock's ears just like twitch back, and then he just turns like, "What?"
But Farron doesn't seem to pay attention to you as he's like turning back to his party and kind of like gesturing them for them to follow, and he starts leading you guys further into the woods.
It's just hospitality, and then he's
Whatever you hear, let it be, Flintlock. It's not worth it.
I'm not gonna fight on it.
Like Max that looks at Farron's level. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, it's a bit of that, and just he doesn't want to deal with drama.
That bitch also has a powerful drink, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't want to deal with that either.
It's a night fury. We know this.
I was saying, and not saying
Okay.
copyright reasons, but
So,
Well, where's armor?
You guys.
Yeah.
So like, actually, fucking Farron is gonna roll a survival check to see if he can lead the party in that direction. That is a 18. Okay. Yeah, he seems to orient you guys correctly to the southwest again, as you keep heading in that general direction. And roughly, is anyone going to do anything in the meantime?
I mean, Flintlock's
Happy
gonna.
juice.
Yeah, give
More happy
Head and
juice.
Ace some apple juice.
Maverick is softly humming.
Okay.
This is
Can I roll
like
another
the
perception
thing
check,
his
by the way,
existence.
while we're moving along?
Yeah, roll. You want to roll the perception check? Roll perception check.
It's 27.
Okay, with the 27. Would you mind changing the music to like a ambient forest music, if you mind?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
give
me
was
one
gonna say,
Or like that creepy one that we had before.
Yeah, give me one moment there, boss. Sorry.
Take your time.
I'm doing like 3 things.
Yeah, take your time. So with actually that music's fine if you want to keep it on that.
Yeah, that's the one I thought you meant. So
I meant like the creep, like like the further up here where it says like ambient creepy music road through the forest. That one. But this one's fine. This one works too. Never mind.
Oh my
we can do it that
God.
way. Oh, you skipped over it. Oh no. Oh no.
Ow.
did I do it again?
No, you didn't. There it is. Okay. So Flintlock, as you're glancing around, keeping an eye on your surroundings, the forest seems a little different the further you get in. Weirdly enough, it doesn't seem darker, but you start to see something strange. It appears that this part of the forest is so dark that it actually has bioluminescent fauna growing. There's a lot of like glowing fungus on the trees and like flowers poking out of the ground that are also glowing. And you see something oddly familiar in the distance.
First,
Kind of like off to the side.
First, Flintlock is going to make notes of the fauna here and draw a few like pictures of it. And then he's going to look at the thing that's in the distance.
Okay. So what you see?
I'm guessing you're DMing me.
No.
Okay.
So what you see is a very strange-looking flower. It is a completely blue flower with hints of dark blue on the insides of the petals, and a few stems poking out of the top. Weirdly enough, the stem is also blue, but this flower is completely alone, like it's completely by itself, which is strange. It doesn't. Flowers usually grow in like beds of other flowers, but this one in particular, it's kind of off to the side of the road. It's kind of like it's about 2 feet tall, and it's weird, kind of big. Actually, the petal's actually kind of large. It's about almost like a half a foot across.
I've seen Alice in Wonderland. I know where this goes.
But I need you to roll a nature check to see if you can recognize it.
Do I have advantage because we're druid or no?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
We
Actually,
are
wait, no.
not going to be that white that we approach it.
Actually, wait. You would have a straight roll because you would have disadvantage, but you have advantage, so it would just be straight. This flower looks oddly familiar, but you don't know why.
Looks like I feel like she told me something about this, but I'm just gonna make a note about that. And he's like, just a quick sketch up and some notes beside it. Then he just puts notepad away and just keeps walking.
Okay. Are we heading anywhere near this flower?
We're walking
it's on the path. It's on the path that Farron has taken you on. You're gonna walk past it eventually. So Maverick would eventually see it.
Can Maverick roll in a fucking nature check?
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
I imagine with this.
You would have advantage because of your proximity to the forest, so it would be straight.
Cool. Well, everything's straight about me. Not 20.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Man, a lot of DMs today. I'm gonna DM you what this flower is.
It's the only straight thing around you, Max.
My brother's in the other room playing Fortnite.
Oh my
No.
God, Fortnite.
That's how it starts.
My dad's
I mean,
downstairs
you guys-
playing Fortnite.
You
Okay.
guys have met me, and I used to play Fortnite all the time. Am I
You
so
don't
bad?
count.
Yes, I do. When I used to get #1 every single time I played,
You don't count.
I will literally get back into Fortnite
I
just.
fucking knew it. Maverick is going to look at this flower, then look to everyone else and tell them to avoid. Like, he's gonna look to everyone else and be like, don't touch that flower, don't go near it, and don't touch any others like it.
It looks familiar, but why?
It's
should we
poison
not?
joke, of course it fucking looks familiar.
Don't.
What is that?
Well,
So
Kaithos
so
asked
is
that in character.
so is that an Eli question?
No, Kaithos asked that in character. He's a bit empty.
So
Maverick,
Kaithos, you would normally know what poison joke is, but Kaithos, you would normally know what poison joke is, but you're kind of out of it right now.
He's very out of it.
Maverick is just gonna say, poison joke is a flower that has magical properties that if you touch it, you end up typically with the opposite of yourself. So,
What if we
I
burn
would've-
it?
a unicorn
Character.
may end up with a floppy horn, a person with a deep voice may end up with a high voice, a person who is typically skilled at something might not be skilled at that anymore.
Out of character,
we-
somebody should really give that to Kaithos so he could be happy.
And you guys actually hear Farron speak up, and he says, "Well, you're close, but not necessarily. It's not always the opposite.
Not always, but
It just plays a practical joke on you. It's usually harmless, but sometimes it's not."
then there's the. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Because I don't know if Flintlock knows about that one.
it's inconvenient.
It can also be very debilitating.
I also feel like since it's been in this forest, it might eat us if we get close to it.
I'm going to show a lot of this fauna to Evergreen. I'm pretty sure she will like it. At least most of it.
Okay, do you guys walk past this flower?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Maverick
touch it.
makes sure making sure he steers clear of it.
Okay. So thankfully, most of the party does stay clear. Like even the ones in the back, they take a wide berth around it. But I need Kaithos and Padne to roll a Arcana check for me.
Oh,
With
no.
advantage.
I'll be right back.
Oh, with advantage?
Mhm.
I already have a plus 13, so.
Remember, you had that -5.
I already have a plus 13, so. You know, that ain't too bad. I'll take it.
Roll the 15.
So Padne, you will get it, and Kaithos, since Padne got it, you feel like, since you're both casters, you feel like the aura of both of you. This flower seemed to mark a specific type of territory.
Oh.
Kaithos, you remember this place. You remember this place. You are entering a part of the forest known as the Wilds. And it is called this because any magic cast in this area will go wild.
Kythos is going to like speak up, and he's going to go. Any other magic users besides Padme and myself should be very careful with casting spells because we're entering the wilds.
And what's the wild?
Magical boom.
Casting magical spells can lead to very wild magic. And like as he's saying this, he's like looking like very drained and like honestly, if it weren't for the fact that he has to stay awake, he'd probably be fucking asleep right now.
I see.
Magical boom.
Want some apple juice?
No.
He's already sucking the box dry. You don't know how it got to him.
Nuts dry.
but
I'm
it's
so
there.
sorry.
Don't say that about my baby
Excuse me,
boy.
Flintlock is married happily.
Okay, so with that, you guys are going to keep moving forward unless you want to do something.
You,
Nope.
Silver. I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
Can Padme try a cantrip to see what happens? Just like start like revving it up, I guess, and see what he could feel.
You would have to cast it for it to take effect.
Okay.
Please
Do you like
don't.
Hey, would
casting
everyone-
cantrip?
How do you all feel if I casted a very low level magic spell real quick?
I would not like to risk that.
I would prefer you, John.
You hear Silver say, "Will it be fun to experiment? See what our limits are."
Our character, this is the DM, is like, do it.
This is the DM, like, do it, I fucking dare you.
I'll give it up to
Out of
Maverick.
character,
I'm
Levi,
writing
do it.
And character,
Mm.
don't. And out
Hold on.
character, please don't.
In
I
character, don't do it, but out of character, do it.
Padme's gonna pull out a coin, and he's just gonna flip it.
don't. What we said. Okay.
Okay.
He's not gonna
Just
flip it
tell me
normally, by the
it,
way. It did land on heads, so
Is that a yes?
all I was going to, I'm literally just going to cast Prestidigitation to make a mug.
Okay.
If you get Fireball casted center on self, I'm going to hurt you.
Ah, I'm immune to that. Suffer.
Yeah, my point.
Oh, I don't think you can put the comment in.
1
Okay.
out of 10,000. Excuse me.
Mixed fucking excuse me.
This is what you asked for, Levi.
5,736.
5,736.
Well, okay, when did you get a new wild magic table?
Don't worry about it.
Nah, you need to share that.
Would you like to share with the class? You got enough to share with the class?
I think he has more than enough to share with the class, considering it's 10,000.
No.
Silver, if it's bad.
No.
Silver, if
That
it's bad,
is-
I'll take an omen dice.
Really bad.
Can you tell me what it is?
No.
And thus,
Oh my
EPK.
God.
It was nice knowing you guys.
I would say it's only going to affect you, but oh no, it is
I mean, because
Okay,
Max is
hold on,
bad.
Silver, will
Okay,
you
hang on.
DM me what it is? And
I'm
if
going to
it's,
DM you.
like, yeah, if it's bad, I might do something in particular. It makes me naked on top of freaking Maverick.
Oh no.
It'd be funny if your race switches.
I mean, yeah. Hey, Silver, can I take an omen dice?
Yeah, sure. You can take an omen dice to not
Yeah, I'll take an
get
omen
that
dice.
effect.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, how bad is it?
Does that mean?
I would have summoned a CR30 creature.
Oh.
I scared him, Silver.
You're not ready.
You're not ready.
No, but what it would have done is made him forget the last 1d4 years.
Oh.
Oh, that would have been fun for my character. I barely remember it.
But damn.
Be like, who the fuck are you, guy? Who the fuck are you? It looks like Atlas.
That would not be appropriate for right now.
Nope.
No. Okay, so
You're sharing that list, though. That's a cool list.
with that, I'll share it after session. With that, everyone's going to keep moving, and nobody seems to notice that you tried to cast a spell, thankfully. So, as you were walking, I need... Actually, with a passive perception, Flintlock, you would get this.
Oh.
Flintlock, you see in the distance what appears to be a rather large clearing. You've been walking for about 4.5 hours now. And if you want to, I will allow you to get rid of 2 of those exhaustion points if you take a short rest.
Heal. Done.
Oh,
It's already done.
Done.
Okay.
Now we
Usually-
have a -3.
Usually I wouldn't allow that, but I'm feeling generous. So
Thank you, DM.
Flintlock's
Thank
gonna
you,
point.
DM Sama.
Flintlock's gonna point out the clearing, by the way.
And you hear Farron say, "What? There shouldn't be a clearing here. What the fuck is going on? I've been through this part of the forest before." And you see him look over in that direction. He also sees the clearing. He's like, "What is that?"
Don't go near it.
Check it.
Simple as that.
If you want to, yeah, you can check it.
No. Flintlock was asking.
Farron says, "Well, if it's something bad, I'd rather know about it before it knows about us." I'd like to see at least what it is before we move on. Because if it's something bad, I'd rather take care of it now.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of you?
Oh, character matches in here.
That includes you ponies.
Well, okay, I hate to bring this up now at this inappropriate time. I'm not a pony.
It might be like Kaitos is just going to blatantly ignore that because he's just like,
You're
But
part
he's
pony, you
going-
little shit.
Anyways, before someone has a miniature argument, it might be better if we do.
Okay.
What are we agreeing on?
So, in the distance, Flintlock spied what appears to be a clearing that shouldn't be there, at least according to Farron.
I see.
And they want to go check it out, see what it is, just in case it's something
No.
bad. Well, they wanted, like Farron said, I want to take care of it now before it tries to take care of us.
I guess that's fair.
But okay.
So
So are all of you going to approach?
before we
Carefully.
do,
Can I roll perception?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
something about the clearing. I don't know. Well, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else I didn't really see with my passive.
Not from this distance. You'd have to get closer.
Okay, well, let me know when I can make it. But so Flintlock's gonna go over that.
Is everyone gonna get closer to it?
Before we do, I wanted to ask if, like, Maverick had put us down by this time.
You haven't asked him to, so I assume not.
No, so Maverick's not getting near that thing.
Oh, by the way,
clear.
Matt, we are in
Yeah.
an area or a zone that if spellcasters cast magic, it will go wild, and so that's what the D10,000 was for.
I see. Okay, so...
Like, I guess Kythos is going to, like, kind of, like, clear his throat and just go, Maverick, could I get down, please?
Maverick will crouch down so Kythos can slide off.
Okay. He's gonna slide off. Ugh. And he's gonna, like, semi-stretch. And I guess he would go with the others.
Maverick, don't
What's
worry.
Silver actually doing?
Silver seems to be kind of hanging back with Flintlock. She seems curious, but she's not really getting any closer until Flintlock does something.
Maverick
I said Flintlock's going over. That's why I said whenever I get close enough, let me know when I can roll perception.
Okay, so
Maverick's standing back.
Though I did
This
say
is Maverick.
Flintlock's being
I'm staying with
cautious
Maverick.
Flintlock's being cautious while walking towards it.
okay, so you can go ahead and roll another perception check, but it's going to be as soon as you get like not walk into the clearing, but as soon as you can actually see into the clearing.
All right.
Like,
Okay.
so 17. Once you got up there, it's not hard to see, and Silver's right behind you, and she slowly kind of floating, like with her wings kind of like right behind you. She peeks her head like right above yours, and you hear her say, "Oh my god." Because what you see is a scene of absolute destruction.
Uh-oh.
You see what appears to be an extremely large airship that has crashed in this forest.
Guys, I think we found the airship. That's our character.
Even from this distance, you can tell it's been here for quite a long time.
Oh!
Hey, Baron? Come look.
You hear Farron's like, yeah, what the fuck? Oh, shit. What the fuck is that doing here?
It's been here a while.
Near Hephaestus?
Huh?
Are we perhaps near Hephaestus?
No.
Damn.
Hephaestus was still a bit away after.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I reworked the map, so, like, the beginning of the campaign doesn't really make sense anymore. But, like, because in, like, the Hephaestus is in Yolanda, and fucking the Everfree Forest is in a completely different, is like almost like on the other side of the continent. But
Regardless, it was a distance away.
this is the ship you guys crashed on.
Damn.
What do you?
Well,
And I want to go over there so I can make a funny joke.
You guys want to approach the ship?
I guess
well,
Maverick will approach the ship now.
Since they aren't dead.
Flintlock's gonna be like, would it be wise to approach a ship? What if something made its home
Well,
and died?
Not the ship, but the clearing.
Oh, okay. Well, Farron, what do you think about it now?
Farron's like, this feels oddly familiar.
Oh?
What's that?
Silver,
not
got
sure.
anything to say? Character.
It's very.
Silver just says, give me a second. And, like, You see her kind of like reach into
that's
her
right.
bags. You see her reach into her bags, and she pulls out what appears to be a large book or some sort of notebook. She starts kind of like flipping through it. Like, but you can do something else while she's doing that. It might take her a minute.
Well, should we try to set up camp here then? Or at least
Well, I would prefer we move a bit further before we set up camp to get a little bit more distance in, but
Feel like
we
this
can
is
set up camp here.
also not
want to.
quite the safest place.
Maybe not. The deeper you go into the forest, the more dangerous it gets after all. Wait a second. What? What is that? He is going to approach, like he's going to step out of the woods and into the clearing. He's going to start approaching the ship. Do you guys follow him?
Yeah,
Maverick will. He will also set his passenger on the floor, and then
Padney wants to keep coming.
Flintlock's gonna
you
pull
can walk
out.
yourself.
Flintlock's
Padney will walk.
Flintlock's gonna pull out Macintosh, and I'm gonna load. Actually, no, I'm just gonna have regular ammunition in.
I'm gonna draw my sword.
Jesus will follow.
Are you following Max, or are you staying?
Did you not just hear me say that I was
I
following?
was just making. I was just making
Fuck
sure.
you.
Me.
Okay, 1 second.
Jerk. Only one person is gonna get that reference.
I heard you, and it was funny.
And the other campaign's not here to see it, and to see how far they've come. But no, it's the fucking ponies. I mean, hey guys, at least we found the other half, though.
Oh wait, this is the other half?
I don't know. Is it? I don't fucking.
Okay.
I don't know if it was cut in half or
No, there's just a giant hole in the bottom of our ship. Our ship wasn't the fucking Titanic.
Okay, so as you guys approach, you guys see something very strange.
How strange is
You
strange?
see, it's strange considering this ship looks like it's been here for a long time. But what you see on the ground are 6 bodies.
Excuse me?
Oh.
First,
There appears to be a lizard folk, a blue dragonborn,
Uh-oh.
an Aasimar, a tiefling, a turtle, and what appears to be another Aasimar.
Oh no, we time traveled. Oh no.
Wait. Do any of us recognize them? I know it's probably far-fetched, but I just wanted to ask to make sure.
Flintlock's gonna look at Farron's like, should we check if they're alive?
Wouldn't Farron recognize them?
Farron is oddly silent.
Farron, do you
these
know them?
people look like oddly planty in any way, shape, or form?
What'd you say?
I said, do these people look perhaps oddly planty in any way, shape, or form?
Sort of. They do. Like maybe some vegetation has grown over them since the time that they've been here.
Excuse me?
Imagine the entirety of our other campaign is literally just a dream. I swear to God.
Cry.
I will also cry.
Afterlife.
I will kill Silver.
I will kill myself.
I will throw fucking hands so hard.
Okay, but this low-key reminds me when, Cameron, you said my first campaign, you said, I swear to God, this ends with and you wake up. I'm gonna hurt someone. I was just like looking at my paragraph that I already wrote, and the first paragraph was, and you wake up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, do you get closer? Well, like you guys see Farron is starting to approach again.
Well, I'm guessing Farron didn't
Like
answer
wood.
that lock, but yeah.
You see, Farron says, "This cannot be possible."
What?
Do you know these people?
Yes. They're the very reason we're out here.
Excuse me?
Are these
the outs?
the
these are the people who keep making messes with the stupid name?
How does Silver react?
So Silver, like you see her, like she drops her notebook as she's floating in like kind of floating in the air, and her mouth is just kind of like almost on the ground. Like she's like,
There's no way this is them.
I'm their biggest fan. Yeah, that's out of character. And here, Flintlock's just gonna walk over and gonna tap one. Just a little tap. I'm gonna regret this, but just a little tap.
Who are you gonna tap, though?
Which one are you walking up to?
Which one's the closest?
To you right now, that would be the lizard folk.
I'm going to tap the lizard folk's arm.
Okay. As you tap the lizard folk's arm, it is cold to the touch. Even colder than a lizard folk should be.
Easy.
This
Silver.
one's very cold, so probably hard.
Try touching the tiefling. Maybe it's just blood?
And Flintlock's just gonna lightly poke the tiefling.
Okay, as you poke the tiefling, once again, cold to the touch.
Oh, so by the way, Eli asked something, I'm pretty sure.
What'd you ask, Eli?
I was wanting to ask, with Kythos and his connection to the abyss, could he possibly see if there was any like heavy abyssal magic other than the forest of like to where he can tell that something's fucky?
So you can tell that this place reeks of abyssal magic.
Oh.
Could I try to pinpoint what this abyssal magic is causing? Like what's it causing? I don't know how to say the words. If it's causing something specific that's affecting us.
It doesn't seem to be affecting you. It just seems to be affecting this particular area. I'd say you've seen this phenomenon before.
What?
Like, there's not really a name for it, since abyssal magic is so strange. But you've taken to calling it an astral anomaly.
So what do these astral anomalies usually contain?
So, what they contain is sort of a pocket in time. Basically, this spot was frozen in time and has stayed like this since whatever this is happened. And whoever these people are, it seems that they left something behind they probably didn't intend to.
Our happiness.
Bro?
No.
Kaikos is going to softly speak up. Like, he would know that these aren't the actual outsiders, right? That it's just a pocket of time, essentially.
Mhm.
Okay, because Kaithos would speak up and he'd go, these aren't the outsiders of our time.
Oh.
This is some sort of pocket, in a sense. From what I know, there's not usually a name. I call them anomalies, but this is just a collection of one specific time.
Time
That,
bubble?
no, not exactly, but it just keeps this memory in a sense.
Ah. So these are not our outsiders then?
Yes.
Oh,
The
okay.
ones that we know are still alive, and very likely doing whatever mess they're making this time. But this is more so a possible collection of something they might have lost.
What do you think they lost?
I wouldn't know. I know nothing about them, so
Ah,
What if they lost time itself?
could
maybe
be
their
any.
sense of mind, considering the amount of messes they leave. No. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you say?
You said they probably lost their sense of mind. It was a slight joke.
So, Silver is going to approach now. Now that everyone's looking around. And she is going to sort of kind of like look at all the bodies one by one, and she's like, I remember that one, that one. Wow. I've seen this before. This anomaly, you called it, Kaithos? It was
Yeah.
somewhere else, but I've seen it before.
Where at?
These are the outsiders, but they're not the outsiders. It seems like they must have been on this ship when it crashed.
Were they the only ones that survived?
But it looks like they didn't. They're obviously dead right in front of us. But something changed.
Yet if they died here, and if this is a collection of time, and if this is what happened, how are they alive?
I don't know.
Lucky bastards, I guess.
I mean, we could stand here and theorize all day, but we'll never know.
Silver is going to roll something. Kythos, you can roll this as well.
What is it?
I need you to roll a religion check.
Oh, God.
Oh, I still have a -3.
What is her religion?
Would I get advantage or anything?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
That's an 18.
It's like, fuck. It fell on the fucking floor. God damn it. Okay. Ooh. Natural 20. Fuck yeah. So with an 18, she has a 21 because she only has like a +1 in religion. So I'd say the both of you sort of get this, Kythos. You're still a little iffy on whether or not it's true, but Silver does get this. It appears that when the ship crashed, the outsiders did die. They were dead completely. But something brought them back. And as a result, it created this anomaly. Almost like it wasn't supposed to happen. Like this is the true. This is the event that was supposed to happen.
Oh,
That
no.
makes me have one question because of Cronin, but I'm not gonna ask it.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Trey, who isn't here, when he hears
But,
about this, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Actually,
actually,
no, he's gonna watch this episode. He's gonna be like,
looking
"What the fuck?"
upon the bodies, is there anything beside one of the Asimars? Because I actually want to ask that. Because I actually wanted to investigate the bodies a little bit more and see if there was anything
So
else.
that's all the bodies you can see.
Out of character, this is also me asking if Cronin's specter would be there.
You do not see anything of the sort.
Okay. But, so is there any way to kind of like see if there's any of that residual magic from whatever being caused this time warp to be created?
Can everyone deafen for me except for Kythos?
Oh no!
No.
Gosh darn it. Ah.
Okay, the first deafen moment of this little one shot.
Why is it always me who gets the first deafened thing and shit?
Because you asked the right questions. So, Kythos, as you're exploring this small place, you feel a faint hint of who could have caused this. And as you reach out to grasp it, you feel a sudden, almost overwhelming sensation of warmth, as if like someone's kind of embracing you, like in like a hug, or like some kind of like, or like you're sitting by like a fireplace. And almost like as if your body's working on its own, like almost if your body's moving on its own. You look up to the moon, and you see the mayor and the moon.
Oh.
From what you know, the sun goddess is the only person that's ever been able to affect the abyss in a meaningful way. So it's very possible that she's responsible.
And this was before she was in the moon, right?
This was when she was in the moon.
So with
This
us,
was like this was like maybe like the first year she got put in the moon.
okay. Is there anything else Kythos can feel with that? Like, is there any other connection he can try to, like, latch on to in a sense? To see if he can pry further as it's, like, to why these people specifically?
You reach out and try to find meaning in these people. Why these people specifically? And only one word comes to mind. Harmony.
Would that word be familiar to me?
Not to Kythos specifically, no.
Okay. Is there anything else like with this connection? Is it possibly like with this feeling, is there something guiding in a sense? Like maybe a gut feeling of like there's something else here that needs to be found or something I should investigate?
Not really. The aura that you felt more like protection than like oh hey intrigue. It felt more like almost like this is now a sacred place. This is like a place that like people could go to worship or something like that. Not specifically that, but like kind of like how Auric created that grave for Nihilus.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost a sacred place now.
Would I be able to think of any way to do anything out of respect or like maybe
You don't really know the outsiders, so not really. The only thing you know is from Silver's stories. She would know them a lot better than you. You don't. Then again, you don't know if she's actually ever met one of them. Probably not, but she does know quite a lot about them.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go back. We're gonna have everyone undeafen.
I'd also like to say that that's one of the first hugs Kythos got. That's so nice and warm.
What about the one Silver
He's
gave
fucking
him?
thriving.
Yeah,
Okay,
what about
that's
the one
that's
Silver gave
true.
him?
But this one's a
I don't
little bit different.
Care to share with the party, Eli?
It's really funny because I also have to like talk to you about something after session.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll DM it to you real quick.
Oh, there he is. I was about to say, bitch, unmute or undeafen you.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. So specifically that, well, I can say it out loud because, like, again, it does not have to be a deity.
Mhm.
Like a cleric does not have to follow a deity. They simply believe in a cause, and that can fuel their powers. Or they can simply like
Well,
they just have to believe in something
with what just
or
happened,
have
that might
faith in
change
it.
that.
Fair enough.
Um,
Fair fucking enough. Okay, so you guys see Kythos. He kind of like he kind of sniffed the air for a second. He walked around and he stopped in one particular place, and then he kind of looked up, and then he looked back down.
What did you see, Gathus? Or
I
smell?
didn't really see anything, but it's more so this area is known as a sacred place.
Oh, and how is it sacred?
This was what was supposed to happen. The outsiders, they truly were supposed to die, but someone changed that.
Oh. And Flong's gonna look at Farron's like, maybe I feel like they shouldn't know about this. This seems like a bit much.
To be fair, the outsiders have a history of fucking with time in ways that no one understands.
This wasn't entirely their fault, but they were brought back because they were needed to be the outsiders.
They were chosen.
Yes. And like Kythos, as he's talking, he'd actually look back up into the sky for a minute and then look back to the bodies of the outsiders here. And he'd go,
okay.
They were chosen because they had something that no one else apparently did, and it's working in their favor. They were brought back for the simple reason of helping this world, of helping Equuis.
What brought them back?
Like, Kythos is going to think on if he should say it or not, and he's going to go, I don't know if it'd be my place to say. But someone very powerful.
Well, I think we wasted enough time here. But this is
and like
surely
he's
interesting.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He's like, but this is surely interesting, though.
He's going to look to Silver, and he's going to go, would you have any prospect of what would be more so respectable to leave here with them? As an offering of sorts, maybe. You seem to know more about them.
I don't have anything with me that I could place here that would be of any value, but I could bring something back at some point. That might be helpful.
He's going to nod and just go, like I said, this place is sacred, so it's not entirely a place of worship, but it is sort of like that, in a sense. But we can come back another time.
And Farron just says, yeah, I've spent enough time looking at the corpses of my friends. I think we should leave.
Alright.
He considers us friends.
Max, I was also thinking that. Don't worry.
Sobbing.
He'll never admit it.
Aiden, I'm just gonna have
He likes
Peyton
those crazy
Jules.
bastards.
What'd you say, Peyton? What were we saying?
Peyton's just gonna drop some, like, leave some jewels on the ground. Not anywhere near them, just like near on the ground
It was like an offering?
as an offering.
Okay.
Flintlock looks at Kythos like, all I got is food for offering.
Like I said, we can return later at another time.
I'd
also like to mention when everybody starts leaving, Kythos is actually going to be the last one.
Okay. Okay, so are you going to do anything as you are the last one now standing in this? Like, everyone's about 40 feet away, roughly, so they're not far. But you're the only one standing in this particular part of the place.
I mean, considering he would have been walking somewhat after them, he would just look back, and I'll be honest, he's low-key trying to hold on to that feeling he felt.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, so roll a D100.
Oh god.
Wait a minute.
Actually, I'll roll it. I'll roll it for you.
Did you get a conversation with Mumder?
Mumder.
No.
Mumder?
No.
Who's Mumder?
I mean, if you guys want to know, I did get a hug, though.
Damn.
Ooh. Fuck, it went off the table.
Well, I only know one other god that would hug people.
Bella.
They're slightly depressed.
What'd you say?
I only know one other god that would hug people when they're slightly depressed.
You should DM, man.
I'm
So that is a
No.
So that is a 27. Kythos, as you're walking away, you feel that feeling again. As if there's something warm and comforting watching over you. And that feeling stays with you.
It's not Mummy Dearest.
Anyways, guess who has a god they finally connected with?
Okay.
I swear to
So-
God, if it's her.
Okay, so with that, you guys eventually leave the clearing and head further into the forest. Do any of you want to do anything in the meantime before we move on?
Maverick will offer his services as the carrier to the people who are exhausted if they want it again.
Pythos is going to actually refuse, but like as he's walking, I mean, he does look a little bit tired, but he looks, instead of his normal, like, depressed look, he honestly looks like he just feels content, in a sense.
Okay. So, is that it? Does anyone else want to do anything before we move on?
Actually, I'm going to have Flintlock
Okay.
talk to Silver, and he's gonna say,
Okay.
"Hey, are you okay? Alright, I'm just checking on you."
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just that was unexpected.
Very. And it makes me wonder about some things here.
I'm sure there's a story to it. I hope I get to
Do
hear
you
it
think
one day.
they know?
Well, I mean, maybe not. I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't want to know. Seems like a pretty fucked up thing to know.
Oh yeah, that you were dead, but something brought you back for a purpose. Yeah, that would be a lot.
Okay.
Imagine it was Alia. That would be funny.
So,
Oh my god, that actually.
I would be worried if I would be kept alive.
Elia's like, I'm not done with you motherfuckers just yet. So, is anybody else going to do anything?
I mean, I was just going to add one more thing before I finish.
Oh,
But
what were you saying?
Flintlock was going to say is I would have been worried if, when the task is done, if I would have been kept alive or not for it.
I guess that's a valid concern. Well, I guess we'll never know.
Maybe.
Things that are dead should remain dead. That's just my personal opinion.
Let's just keep moving.
Yeah.
Silver doesn't look downtrodden. It's not that she looks disturbed. It looks more she looks confused than anything.
In here, yeah. Let's keep moving.
Okay. So, you guys are walking for about another 4 hours, I'd say. Before Farron, who's at the front of the group, he says, "All right, we're coming up on the next campsite. Be ready. This is probably the last one before we find the thing."
Alright.
The last report said it was in this part of the forest. So, we're gonna rest here, and we'll set out in the morning, do some scouting, see if we can find it.
Question, what if it comes on us whenever we are asleep? Shut up! Okay, I'll give
I'm sorry, I feel like Farron in character would bust out laughing.
like Silver, it's like when he says that, Silver's like,
Block's like, wait, Wait, and he's just gonna face poof. He's just gonna be like, approach us.
Like you guys see Farron, like he raises a hand to cover his like helmeted face, like almost like he's trying to keep himself from laughing. He's like, don't worry. I'm good. And he's like, well, I guess we either kill it or die.
Fair enough. I cured you guys. I didn't think it would have.
Yeah, Cameron, we know you didn't think.
Okay.
Well, that's clipped, I guess.
That's a good clip. That's a great clip, even. Just saying.
What if the clerk comes on us in our sleep? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I love it so much. I'm gonna keep that. I'm definitely keeping that in the video.
Please do. I hate it. Please do.
So, as you guys are approaching what Farron says was this camp, the trees start to thin out a little bit, almost as if there's another clearing ahead. But this time the clearing is much smaller, and you don't see a campsite or what the remnants of a campsite. What you see is what appears to be a rickety-looking rope bridge that leads over a very large, foggy chasm that leads to a very ruined-looking castle.
No. We're
I
back
was hoping
here.
It wasn't this, and it's
I'm finally free.
Get back in the fucking building.
And that's where we're going to end session.